Hi Gemini, welcome to Sophquest. I'm Spence. Welcome in if you're new to the channel. Welcome back if you're a subscriber. Thank you so much. So last week I took off for some rest and recovery after my treatment, but I feel more energized and ready to come back and talk to you guys about this very, very auspicious and important week. We have two big planets moving forward. First of all, we do have Mercury moving forward. Thank God, because Mercury retrograde, there's so many things that go wrong, right? Miscommunications and flub-ups, and technology is a problem, and just so many things like that. So it's moving forward now. It'll take a few days to really get up to speed. But also Jupiter. Jupiter's moving forward, which is going to bring beautiful things, right? Luck, expansion, growth, happiness, and joy. It's a beautiful benefic, and I love that influence. On Wednesday, we have a full moon in Aries, and it's major. We do have a major T-square, though, okay, between the sun, the moon, and Mars, and that is all T-squaring Pluto. So Pluto is the planet of transformation, the 8th house of, death, sex, taxes, transformation, okay? And so it's big energy, and for sure, you're going to feel it. And so this is about transforming in so many ways the way we think and the way that we communicate with each other. Because with Mercury and Jupiter auspiciously moving forward just a couple of days ahead of it, that's the earthly mind, Mercury, and then the kind of global, or even more than that, the big higher mind. The higher mind, and allowing us to get a bigger picture of the whole and our part in it, and how we do connect with others and have conversation with others. So hopefully we do that to the best of itself and allow for transformations by opening up into each other and giving each other the benefit of the doubt, and giving each other a little bit of trust, and opening up to talking to each other with some vulnerability, right? More intimacy, a little deeper, a little truer conversation, that kind of thing. So I'm hopeful for the best for you. Otherwise, it's going to be the butting of heads and warring words, and I hope that does not happen for all of you. So Gemini, remember, words are powerful, especially for you. Mercury is your planet. Now, I was just shuffling. I'm going to pull 3 for you from the Oracle of the Seven Energies by Colette Baron-Reid with the art of Jenna Della Gratalia, and then I'm going to use the Crystal Visions Tarot by Jennifer Galasso for your 9. Okay, so you saw me shuffle and cut the deck, and from the top of the deck we have a Grand Symphony. I cannot believe it. I've pulled this card for Aries and Taurus, and now for you. A tall tale and ears wide open. Okay, Gemini. Listening for truth, Gemini. Listening for truth. In the Grand Symphony, in what maybe others are saying. Listening for truth with the ears wide open card. A tall tale. So there could be things that are happening in your life that you're unaware of, okay? And in the whole Grand Symphony, the whole scheme of things, it may not be life-altering necessarily, but considering that these are the cards for the week, and considering the astrology of the week, you could be hearing something this week that you didn't know about. And it could be very powerful and potent as far as information that you need in the transformation of what's going on in your life right now. So Gemini, whatever it is that's sort of under the surface or happening behind the scenes that you're unaware of, it's probably going to come out into the open. And that's something that is good, because it helps everybody to move forward in that way, whatever it might be. Okay, so these are well shuffled, and I just had the first card come out, so I'm going to cut these. First card is Temperance. Stay in your peace of mind, Gemini. Let me start my little timer here. Okay. Wow, and then the Star, 2 major arcana already. I'm going to show you each and every one of these cards, Gemini. We're going to go horizontally, vertically, and big picture, all right? So stick with me. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. And if you liked the video today, I hope you give me a thumbs up and share it with your peeps around social media. Thank you so much. for supporting the channel if you decide to. I do appreciate it. Then we have the Nine of Wands, the Page of Swords, the Queen of Cups. I have to touch them and get them all straight and like in perfect order. That's probably my Virgo moon. And I'm in Mercury retrograde, right? So I'm all Mercury. All right, Gemini. Then we have the Queen of Wands. Yeah. Faith or fear. Then we have the Devil and we have the Five of Wands. Okay. I think you are working through difficult and complicated feelings. And I think that you've had to be very strong in your boundaries with someone. Maybe with everyone. For some reason. For your own peace of mind. Maybe you just have some fundamental disagreements. Right? Families are going through that right now. Right? We in the way the world is today, we've become so polarized, haven't we? Right? Politically polarized over the pandemic, how people feel about things. So it's just become that what might have been easy, in the past in relationships have now become, it's now become just more complicated. Right? To talk about things and just be free and easy and open. Because everyone is going through this deep, profound transformation as to what they value and what they're changing in their lives to express that in their life, right? Living it out. How do I show what I truly value? What are my values? What are my principles? What matters to me? All of that is happening right now in society. Okay, I've just pulled the three from the bottom of the deck. And I'm going to show you each and every one of these cards. Let me just take this in while you take 3 deep cleansing breaths with me, Gemini. Get some oxygen to the brain. Lower the cortisol. And I'll let you know what I see here. Well, the first thing I saw, Grand Symphony, this is about how we all get along and that your part in the whole is as important as everybody else's part in the whole. Right? So it's like you're a very small drop of water in a very large ocean, but you are part of that ocean, and it's inextricable. The ocean wouldn't be what it is without you being a part of it. You're a part of humanity, and we need you, right, Gemini? So this is about belonging where you are. In this Grand Symphony, it's like you're a part of something important. But there is something in the whole that you are unaware of, with tall tail and then ears wide open. So you need to keep your ears open, right? And listen for truth. Because if someone's trying to speak to you in an authentic way, you want to be able to receive that and hear it for the truth that it is, right? And if someone's speaking to you in an inauthentic way, you're going to be able to discern that. Also, if there have been things that have been under the radar because someone's been afraid to say something, or just like walking on eggshells kind of thing, just because of the way the world feels right now to people and the disconnection that's happened between people in relationships, if that's sort of happening with you, Gemini, then you're probably not sure what's really going on with some people, right? Okay, so that's just a matter of building a bridge back and understanding what it is that needs to sort of come to light and get aired out. That's kind of what I'm seeing from those 3 cards. Okay, so under the deck, what's internal, sort of under the surface that I see coming up for you this week, Gemini, 9 of Pentacles. You're standing on your own 2 feet and feeling pretty strong in yourself, feeling pretty self-confident and doing pretty well, but there is a 5 of Swords situation, which can, to me, this is bad communication. It's either arguments, some type of conflict, somebody gets hurt, somebody feels taken advantage of or taken for granted, and it's just, to me, it's bad communication, right? That's just the way I see it. It's negative thinking and negative speaking, and it doesn't go well. This is argumentation, or even silent treatment, depending. But then the sun. So what I'm seeing here, and after looking at those oracles, it's like stand in your truth and in your confidence, because whatever the conflict has been about for you, Gemini, it's coming to light. It's becoming enlightened. It's airing itself out so that you can clear the air. And, you know, how many... I'm hearing all these, like... phrases in my mind. I'm just repeating like a parrot, but it's just the truth, right? It's one of those things. It's when something has to come out. Okay? Let's go across the top, because I'm seeing 1, 2, 3 very important major arcana here on the table for you, Gemini. First, we have Temperance. So just like the 9 of Pentacles, I think, Gemini, you should stay like this. Stay in your temperance, stay self-confident, stay grounded. You're fine, you're good, you're okay. Whatever this conflict is about, it's going to turn out fine and turn out well. You have to have faith and trust in that the conflict is just that. It's just a conflict. Take it in as information. We are conflicted about this. And just see it that way without judgment. That's what I want to say. That way you can be temperate with this person, right? Whoever it is that you need to talk to, that you need to listen to, that whatever this is about. So in Temperance, you're able to do that, right? It's just information, my information, your information. This is what's happening. Let's talk about it and let's work out the conflict, right? So to Temperance, next to Temperance, I see the Star. So I do think it's going to go well. I think that you have a lot of hope and faith in yourself and your person, in life. 8 of Pentacles, and you're willing to work on it. Like, you know, you can deal with this, whatever it is that comes up this week. So have a lot of faith that you have the groundedness and the balance, the inner equanimity, okay? To just kind of ride this out and let it be what it is. Let the Pinocchio of the situation go from being the wooden puppet to being the real boy with feelings that's expressive and authentic. You know, so it's just a representative, isn't it? This picture, this Pinocchio. It's saying that when someone speaks in authenticity, right, then they're just more real. So it's like the real. Listen for the real, right? That, I cannot believe that card has come out so far for Aries, Taurus, and now you, Gemini. So things are definitely coming to light with Pluto squaring in a T-square with this full moon, which makes sense. Okay, things getting really enlightened. And then, of course, I've got the sun for you, too. So you're becoming really enlightened as well. But look at you, you're fine. You're okay. Okay, so this is whatever the conflict is, it's just that, a conflict. 9 of Wands. Now, you know, it may make you feel a little defensive at first. You've come a long, hard way. And this information might be a little disappointing or a little jarring at first. The Page of Swords is a message, but it, you know, it is a sword. And the sword is sharp, so it can be sharp words. It can be a message that's just a little sharp to hear. It may make you feel a little bit defensive, but the advice here is to just stay in your heart. I'm really hearing that, you know, if you listen with non-judgment, right? Listening, ears wide open, listening with non-judgment, and understand that each person has their own part to play in the dynamic, and that if someone comes to you with authenticity and is telling you something, or if you hear something about someone or whatever, that to listen, to see it with a higher mind, right? Jupiter, moving forward now with Mercury, getting the big lesson of what we've been thinking about in Mercury retrograde and understanding about ourselves and our own empowerment, that we can empower ourselves to live how we want. And no matter what is happening within relationships or jobs or work environments, whatever the issues are, we can stay in our temperance, we can stay in our peace, we can be who we are, and we can be fine knowing who we are. Stay in your heart, stay compassionate. Because no matter what, if it's bad news, if someone comes in with bad news, stay compassionate. It was hard for that person to come to you with bad news, if that's the case, right? But temperance and star is, with temperance, there's always an angel on the card helping you to stay balanced. And, with the star card, it's looking to the stars. So it's like angelic, celestial, divine support working for you here. And then with the Queen of Cups, you're able to glean that. You're able to discern that and know that you're not alone here working through whatever this is. Okay, then we have the Queen of Wands. So this is you potentially feeling, strong in your boundaries with that 9 of Wands above it and staying in your temperance. So it's like you're able to hold on to your temper, but you're also strong enough to have your boundaries and to speak your piece. Next to the Devil card, though, it's saying that you don't want to go into your shadow. You want to stay in the light. You want to stay in your bold confidence so that you can assert yourself with your truth without going into your shadow self and raging and getting upset, because you could with the 5 of Wands. So it's a choice. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that if you get triggered, you have the choice. And Gemini, when you're triggered, that Page of Swords ain't pretty. And the Page of Swords is in the center of your reading this week. So definitely watch your words, Gemini, because your words matter. You are ruled by Mercury and you have a very powerful way of communicating. So those words can cut. Be very careful and own yourself. Own yourself, Gemini. Own yourself. And make sure that you're listening to yourself as well, okay? And owning where maybe you need to be more authentic as well in this grand symphony, right? Own your own authenticity and own your own response to somebody else's authenticity. If this is someone confessing something or apologizing for something or asking for help in some way about something. I'm sorry, just a moment. Setting my clock today. Okay. Then you just want to deal with it with compassion, because this is kind of a heads up, It's like you could get really fired up, go into your shadow and it's all out war, and you don't want that. Let's go down the vertical. So stay in your temperance. It's saying you have the capability to do this. You getting along with everybody else. Live and let live. Love and let love. Geminis are really good at that because they're able to see other perspectives. That's the Gemini mind. It's not being two-faced. It's being yin-yang minded. Yin-yang minded. Geminis are able to see other perspectives. They are able to be objective, to step into someone else's shoes. And they can do that for pretty much anyone that they're face-to-face with. And if they learn how to open their heart and be really compassionate, they're truly kind and loving people. And they're usually rather informed, and hopefully in their older age they get wiser as they learn more and more and more. So Gemini, you have the capability to stay in your temperance and be really wise. The star is here for you. You're being guided to do so. You are being guided to step up in that way in your soul, to work on that part of yourself that knows how to do that knows how to stay balanced, that knows how to stay in your self-confidence. This is you in your self-confidence, Gemini. And if you stay there, then the 5 of Swords, 5 of Wands doesn't need to be anything more than just an issue that you need to deal with. It's a problem. So what? We all have problems. We all have the ability to solve problems without having to, start out start an all-out war. Okay, so I didn't show you the vertical, I'm sorry. So I'm having trouble with cards today. Temperance, 9 of Wands. This is saying stay balanced. If you need to keep your boundary, that's cool. So you don't want somebody who's coming at you. You're not going to say, you're not going to stand for that. You're going to stand in your, in your own authority, your inner authority, and say, listen, you don't need to speak that way to me, or whatever you say. I don't know how you're going to say it, but right? If you treat me with respect, I will treat you with respect as well, if there's an argument. Star, Page of Swords, it's like you're being guided. Whatever this information is coming in, it's something that's been in the shadow, sort of lurking in the shadow. It's been a tall tale. You're keeping your ears wide open to understand. You're going to work on it. You're going to work on your own compassion and having heart for this person instead of entering into this 5 of Wands. So that's what this is all about. This is Pluto and Mars. Pluto squaring Mars, Pluto squaring the Sun, Pluto squaring the full moon. This is a huge T-square moment. So stay in your empowerment. Stay in your dignity. That's what I want to say, Gemini. Stay in your dignity. If you stay in your dignity, then whatever comes to light to be healed, to be worked through, to be worked on. And then the 5 of Wands, 5 of Swords, the problem can be solved. And it doesn't become a 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords problem, right? Because we had the heads up about that, I think, in your last reading, didn't we? Right? The new moon reading. So that Libra Aries axis for you, Gemini, it's an important message about how you handle issues and problems in your relationships, right? So you might want to listen to that new moon reading. Well, I wish you kindness, reverence, and gratitude. Have a very good full moon. I hope it's deep, and I hope it's filled with wisdom for you. I really do. And temperance, peace of mind. All right, so yeah, stay open. All right, thank you so much, Gemini. I'll talk to you again next week. Hey, thank you so much for being here. See you then.